Today I'm doing an unboxing, somewhat, mostly a review because some of this stuff is actually already open. Got 5 extra coils, extra pod, and 2 coils. The Nord itself, which comes with 2 coils, the pod, and the charger in a box like this. 2 coils, Nord, pod already inserted, and the charger. It comes with a 0.6 mesh coil and the 1.4 regular coil, and the Nord device, which I think the pod holds 3 milliliters, it says, so I'm just gonna trust them on that. This vape juice e-liquid, it's the Cali Cooler double apple, if you can see that. Super salt melon comes in this box. This Cali Cooler did not come in a box, and I also have the Nord itself. I have the mesh coil in this one, comes with a little pamphlet and everything. Works phenomenal. I love it, I like it. I've had one in Kansas. We'll get into that in a little bit, explain where I'm at and what I'm gonna do with the channel. So first of all, just talking about the Nord stuff. Juices, the extra coils, the extra pod, plus 2 coils, and then the Nord itself comes with 2 coils. Like, I'm pretty sure I already said that. So you get 9 coils, 2 juices. I got this off of Element Vapes for around $50, $55, somewhere in between there. So it's not a bad price for the product, but if you really think about it, it's worth the money. Because this little thing, a little bit bigger than a Juul, puffs insane clouds with the mesh coil. The regular coil, I'll throw that in there for you guys, and I'll even put some juice in my other pod just for y'all, so you can see the difference between how they hit and whatnot. We'll do that in a little bit. So just leaving that right there for now. I also have the Googan Baits 10-inch mondo worm. So the 10-inch mondo worm comes with a soft texture, which I assume would be obvious. Total length, it says it's 10 inches. It looks around 10 inches. I actually pulled these out earlier. They're really slimy. They smell exactly like a soft bait should smell. But I'm not a fish, so I can't really tell you if they're good. Right now it's near wintertime, obviously. New York, most of the water is private, but you have to buy permits and whatnot. I haven't really gotten into all the laws and regulations up here, so I don't completely know, but we'll definitely be trying these out either spring or summertime. I may try them. We actually had our second snow, so if it doesn't snow and the water isn't frozen, which we've had a couple freezes already, I don't know how exactly they would work, so I don't think it'd be a proper test. So I may just save these until the springtime or start of summer, maybe midsummer. But I'll pull these out. I'm not going to pull them out of the case thing, because it comes in this cool little case which actually holds them in place. Really convenient because they just don't throw them in the bag. So here they are. We got the 10-inch mondo worms. They look pretty good. I like the purple with the blue speckles. It looks like maybe not every typical worm, but you know, most of them are similar for soft plastics. I hope these actually work pretty well. I hope I can catch some hogs on it. But back to the Nord. So for the price that I paid, I believe that it's a really good product. It doesn't really fail. I haven't had any issues with it, other than sometimes I'll get popping and a little bit of crackling, but it goes away after a while. Maybe 5 out of 40 hits, you may get a little bit of juice in your mouth, but it may just be the pod. I haven't tried that pod. I have the mesh coil in here, like I already said. I'll throw the other one in, like I already said. And we'll see how it hits. So let's do that. Let me find the regular one. Yeah, so this is the 1.4. Throw that in here. I don't really like putting juice in here because I don't like leaving juice in my pods if I'm not using it, but we'll do it anyway. So today we're just gonna use the double apple. So how you fill it, you just, ooh, that smells really good. You lift this little flap. I don't know if it's a flap or a cap. Just put it in there. It's really simple. I'm not gonna fill it all the way up, but I'll fill it. I'll fill it a little bit, like halfway, something like that. Yeah, that's about halfway. That's full. So great, it's full. So we're gonna let that sit. We're gonna let that mellow out, and I'll talk about what we're doing with the channel, and I'll puff on this. So like I said, I moved to New York. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the name KSO-TV. I don't really think it fits because I'm not in Kansas, but I'm definitely gonna go back to Kansas. Not to stay, but we're gonna go back and do stuff like hunt, fish, and whatnot. Take trips to do stuff like that. Since my family is still in Kansas and I have a reason to go back, which hunting would be a reason anyway. I think I already posted maybe 1 or 2 hunting videos on my channel already, which at the moment I may not change the name, but I may change it before the video goes up or a little bit after the video goes up. So if it still looks the same, it's either because I didn't change it or I just changed it. But we'll hit this for a little bit. It's got the mesh coil. It's a 0.6 mesh coil. I don't know the difference between the mesh and the standard or the regular coil, but I do know that the mesh coil hits way harder. At least I think it hits way harder. So on the lungs, the mesh coil may be a little bit too harsh for some people's lungs. Most, I think you'd be fine because it has this button, so you can regulate how long you hold it and whatnot instead of just putting it in your mouth and puffing on it. I do like that. It's a little bit bigger than a jewel, fits in my pocket. It is easy to lose. That's the only issue. The one in Kansas that I had, I lost. My friend actually had one in Kansas. It has these 3 contacts in the middle, and my friend's contact pushed down inside of it. I don't know if it's the way that he was putting it in his pod, or if it was just if it's the Nord design. Because when he had his, it was a little bit early. I don't know if this is a newer model or if they've kept it the same or if they've upgraded, changed some things. Ooh, something's on my chest. I think it may be that mesh. So on this one, I have the super salt or the salt super, whatever it is. Super salt e-liquid. I think it tastes pretty good. I'm going to leave this in here for a little bit more so that it absorbs the juice so I don't burn out that coil. On the Googan baits, I got the Googan baits along with the shirt on their subscription. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad deal. Maybe like $20, $25 after shipping and whatnot. For the price of everything that I got the Nord, I don't believe that it fluctuates drastically between websites. It may though. I know the Element Vapes website, since I live in New York, and it is 21 to buy nicotine and tobacco products. They accepted my order. After like 2 days, they canceled it. I don't know how they found out, blah, blah, blah. But somehow they did. So just be mindful of that. I don't know if every website's like that. This website just may be like that. So we'll just throw this in here and we'll see how the regular coil hits. So yeah, it's definitely the coil difference. The regular coil is a little bit less harsh on your lungs. It's more practical to use. It feels a little bit smoother, but it may just be the liquid you use also. The product itself, it does explain a little bit on the box and in the box, but it doesn't explain much. I assume it's self-explanatory. Really, it's not really hard to understand how you use it and learn how to use it, even if you don't look at the instructions. But you could mess it up if you don't let your coil sit long enough. Like I don't believe that I let that sit long enough, but I'm not really tripping about it. I got 8 more. So that's fine by me, since I'm not gonna use both of them at the same time. And I still have the mesh coil. I've had this for about 3 to 4 days. I have used the mesh coil a little bit more. I like the mesh coil more. It hits different, way different. Which I don't know if it's obvious on video, but I do know that the Nord comes either fully charged or partially charged while it's in the box. I still charged mine after I got it out the box, just to make sure. It doesn't really bother me. I'm pretty sure it comes fully charged, but I may be wrong. It may differ from website to website. I don't know. But yeah, so with the website, you go through your process. I know the Element Vapes website, it's all in the same little order screen thing. When you're ordering it, you get the Nord, you can choose your colors. I do think Element has more colors. Like, this is just the red and yellow, I believe. And I like it. It's got like that little, I don't know if it's like a wavy sticker. I don't know if it's a sticker or if it's, I think it's a sticker because it's slightly coming off there, if you can see. See that little bubble? But it's not bad. It hasn't really peeled or anything. It may just be like a clear coat that they put over it to keep it safe. But other than that, I have had 0 issues with it. Besides the popping and whatnot. Maybe a little bit on your lip. But it's not super bad. You can get over it. You can get used to it. Other than that, the videos, right now I'm doing it on my phone. The camera and everything, that whole situation, I'm going to wait a little bit so that I can get a camera and a laptop at the same time. Because I'd rather not edit videos on a desktop, yet it may be easier, it may be better, but I'd rather be able to take my laptop with me. Like if I go on a trip to Kansas or something, go hunting or something, I can edit videos and whatnot in a hotel or at my mom's or stuff like that. But the Nord may be the GOAT of all vape devices for this size and for the price. I don't like the little, and I bet other people have said that, like the viewport to see how much you have in there, it's not very large, so you have to pull it out. But if you can just keep track of how much you use it and how much juice you put in it, I usually just fill it all the way up anyway. I don't like to let juice sit in these. I don't know if it really changes how it hits or if it affects it, but it may. I don't know. I'm not big into vaping. I just do it so I don't do other stuff. So other than that, yeah, it's a pretty good device. The juice itself, they run probably $11 to $12 on most websites, I'm pretty sure. This juice was like $11.50. The bigger one, this one was like $10 to $12, somewhere in between there. I didn't really look, nor do I really care. Like me personally, I don't, because they're around the same price anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be spending a lot to get a different flavor, but it may matter to you, so I'm just going to put that in there, that the bigger bottle may be more, obviously, but the quality and the taste, I do like the super salt. I think it tastes different. The taste lasts a little bit longer. The apple, it's just a little bit off for me. It's a double apple, but it should really be like a sour apple type thing because it tastes more like a sour apple. The ice melon, I do love the ice melon. It tastes like an array of fruits. It's not just confined to one fruit, but I do have an issue with the cap. The cap does seem to leak a little bit sometimes if I leave it sideways or if it falls over. I don't usually leave it sideways, but if I put it in my pocket, it may. Obviously, it's not going to stand up straight because I'm not going to put it in my pants pocket. I'll put it in my jacket pocket. But other than that, I don't have any issues with it. I'm not going to keep the video long, so it's easier for me to edit personally. But as my first video of New York, I hope that I didn't really leave anything out. And if I did, yeah, I'd like somebody to say something, whether you're harsh about it or not. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But other than that, thank y'all, and I'm going to hop out.